Hello, this is Ali from ALTA with Michael. We are showing you the ALTA Solo basket. This is a Solo 20, which is set up for a 20-inch bike, but this is about like what you're gonna get in the mail when you order one of these. The Solo basket, we're planning on assembling it and sending to you in this fashion, so it makes it pretty easy to install. But if you wanted to know what goes into this basket and the mounting plates, so when the hardware bag that's going to come, that normally comes with any rack, since you don't have a top bar anymore, it's going to be short 3 bolts that are 3/8 but these 4 bolts here will install the latch and the low bar. The GPR first assembly video still applies because you're still setting up that body, the main body, which so you will have the OSB, the cotter pin, and then you pivot bolt here, and then you also get a hitch and everything else that normally comes with a rack. The Solo comes with 2 straps. This is the low bar that mounts on, and also how many bolts? 15 1-inch bolts. These are assembled right now on this rack. Why so many bolts? Because it's so much of an adjustability concept. This basket is, as you can see, there's slotting going on here, so it's adjustable between 2.8 inch wide tires to all the way to 4.3 wide. So this is set up for a 4.3 as its max width with a 20-inch, and then you have the pin that can set between 20s and 18-inch wheels. We have 2 holes for the 20 just in case, depending on the height of your sidewall, so you can select 2, and that pin is removable, so you remove this pin when you want to load the bike, which makes it super easy because now you can pop a wheelie, roll it right into the tensioner, and that's what this is. It's a tensioner. The tensioner sets the stiffness of the baskets together, so as you adjust the baskets through the slotting system, you can use the tensioner to create that stiffness at basically any ID, which is internal dimensions, or your tire width really. The low bar goes on just like a regular low bar. It's got the same hole pattern, and it gets bolted through with the 3-inch 3/8 bolts. We're going to show you how to assemble this right on a rack. We have a rack already assembled, as you can see here. Michael is going to demonstrate as far as how the basket gets installed. As you could here go, let's review this. You have a mounting plate that has got the adjustability built in. It's got some strapping interface as well. If you wanted to choose to strap from there, you can do that. That mounting plate gets mounted to this aluminum mounting bracket that is designed to go over the vertical post or the main beam of the rack. We have 2 options here for this. One goes over the bar, so if you wanted to run a basket, a Solo basket with the top bar on and the other basket, so you're basically adding an additional capability or adding an additional basket that's going to add one more bike to your rack on that center, you would get a different bracket here. This bracket is designed to go over the main beam without the crossbar or the top bar installed, but you could do it either way if you wanted to. Okay, so here's a GPR setup, general purpose rack, basically main body. We don't have the latch on, but like that's going on last, that we just decided not to put the latch on. But this video is for assembling the basket itself, which Michael is holding right there. It's pretty much assembled as far as the basket itself. Now we're going to mount it onto the vertical post. So notice that from the back, and your main beam may be different, you may not have that back loop, but even if you do or not, this is designed to go over the main vertical post and get that perfect alignment as Michael is demonstrating. So you're going to have 3 bolts to go through that. You get washer on each side and a nylock. You're going to tighten your nylocks. So you're going to put your 3 bolts in. And then finally the front bolt. And never over tighten the front bolt because you're going to have much longer travel there. So it's Always good to torque this, but as soon as you see any kind of deforming over here, that's when you stop, because you can really suck that in and deform that vertical post. Okay, so before you tighten everything on the vertical post, if you come up here and take a look, there is a hole right on top. That hole aligns with the threaded hole on the top of the vertical post, and that basically is what sucks everything down. It's an additional anchoring weight management for the basket in addition to the brackets. So you basically thread that on and then use a 9/16 ratchet to tighten it. Michael is demonstrating that with the wrench, the ratcheting wrench, 9/16. So that top bolt is super tight now. Now he's going to continue to tighten the top 3 bolts to get that bracket nice and tight. Okay, we have tightened all the 3 bolts here. Everything's super tight. The top center bolt is also in there and super tight. So we got the mounting brackets on. You can see like the stiffness in the rack is totally there. And now we're gonna put in the low bar. Okay, we got the low bar. I'm gonna turn this way to get the, as you can see, it aligns with the second and the 4th hole. Low bar is always the highest part. The other holes are for the latch. And that's a 9/16 wrench that's gonna tighten these. Okay, the low bar is installed. As you can see, it's very slick like that. And basically your entire rack is a pretty one-dimensional. There's no crossbars. So this is really great if you have a van, you just want to carry one bike, and you want something that's adjustable so you could have different bikes in there as well. So the last thing comes with a Solo is an e-bike strap, which Michael is going to install right on that front loop. And it just wraps on itself, as you can see. I'm going to pull this down a little bit. Actually, Michael, go ahead, pull that down a little bit just to see, for the folks to see how you looped it. So it just loops on itself like that. That's perfect. And then you pull up on the whole thing. You pull down on the whole thing and it tightens it around that. And then you can see our video as far as how to use the e-bike strap. Here's an updated e-bike strap that actually we're producing now. And it's got a updated metal buckle and a wider strap. So we went a little more heavy duty and a little longer strap too, to ease with bigger pedals or larger bikes. Hope this was a informational video for you, and have a great day, y'all. From Ali and Michael from ALTA. Peace.